this episode we are here at the Grampians and we thought there would be no better location other than the iconic tourist attraction, the Balconies.
On this segment we'll be forward driving, checking out views, waterfalls, and you'll get a tour of inside and outside of our setup and pack up.
Hope you enjoy.
We'll be making our way from the south of the Grampians to the first location, Halls Gap. We'll be then travelling to the southern and western end to showcase more of the off-road and adventurous style activities. And of course, moving more centrally and then up to the northern end of the Grampians to showcase all the tourist locations, hikes, waterfalls and much. After arriving late last night, we were woken up by the sound of cockatoos and the magnificent views of the outer ranges of the Grampians surrounding us.
Due to late arrival, we stayed at what we considered the base town of the Grampians, in a township called Halls Gap at an NRMA park. This caravan park has a lot to offer, from communal fire pits to amazing facilities with private toilets and showers, as well as an amazing camp kitchen.
So we turned on our iTech World 2000 watt inverter so we could have a quick breakfast, get out on the road and start exploring the Grampians. Righto, so day one here at the Grampians. We arrived a little bit late last night at a place called Halls Gap, which is the main entrance into the mountains. It's a little township on the eastern side. This morning we've woken up, we went to get a couple full drive tracks, and two of them, Launders track and the Wallaby track up in the north end, we noticed was closed. So we went and double checked in some of the info centres to see what tracks were open, and as you can see, so we went to go explore the full drive tracks up here, and then we wanted to come down and explore the Victoria Range track, Siphons Road, and head onto Goats track there. Not quite sure if it's zooming in there. But unfortunately it's all closed because of the floods over a year and a half ago, and it's been looked after by the Victorian Park, so typical that it's taken that long. So at the moment we're just on Glenard River Road. We're just airing down at the moment.
Yeah, so usually on bitumen we're about 50 psi, but because we don't know what the road condition is, so it'll pop down to 28.
Yeah, so as you saw, we've just come from the Balconies, obviously one of the most known tourist locations here, and we're going to see how it goes. What are your thoughts on all the roads being closed, Mads?
Bloody annoying.
So we've just arrived at a campground called Buandik Campground after being denied about 3 times to 3 different road closures and different tracks. We just tried giving the Goat track a crack at trying getting up to a campground that was sort of right up the top there, but it was very clayey, very wet, and I got up about halfway up and I was slipping and sliding, and it was just a little bit skeptical for me to be going up. So we decided to come back down here. Maddie is currently setting up. She's going to do a bit of a cooking segment, as she always does for the episode, from the Fire to Fork cookbook. But we'll leave it there. There's about 15 campsites here.
Another Nana Mad's cooking segment. Tonight, out of the Fire to Fork book, I'm going to be making cold oil chips. For this recipe, we'll be chucking in some potatoes, pre-wash them and dry them off so that you get that nice crispy taste. I've chucked in sweet potatoes too because we love them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hot pot here and pour some more oil in. I've already popped in a little bit before. And I'm going to pour in all my potatoes just like that. Might have to pour in a little bit more oil just to make sure that they're all covered. Then I'm going to leave the top off and I'm going to pop them onto the stove top just here. Just like this. And then I'm going to push it onto the fire. Then you're just going to let that one cook for 40 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to make up our chicken snitty to go with it and a salad. So I'm going to make up a salad now while the chips are cooking, but this isn't a normal salad. It's Maddie's winter salad. So what I'm going to start with is I've got some sweet potato, pumpkin, red onion. Make sure you do get red onion as it is a lot sweeter. And I've got some mushroom here as well. Popped a little bit of butter in my fry pan. I'll pop on the induction cooker and I'll pop them in and I'll let them cook for about 20 minutes. Now, thanks to iTech World, we would not have been able to power an induction cooker ever. So we've got an amazing setup, which is working beautiful on this trip. Very, very impressed. Makes my cooking a lot easier, which means we're now all electric, no more gas, saves up so much room, and it just works so easy. Easy to pack up and set up. Little hot tip, if you want extra crispy chicken for your schnitzels, chuck it in with the chips and the oil will soak up. So, just pop it in there and... Oh, yummy. And those chips are looking pretty crash hot. How good they look. Yum. Oh. Good. So skip them up, get rid of the oil. I'm going to mix in some Parmesan, salt and some mixed herbs. And now we're going to mix that up and that is smelling fantastic. Now for the reveal. Wow, that looks good. That's all cooked now. I served it with some baby spinach and feta, ham and a sweet potato and red onion and mushroom. Just going to serve it up. Yum. Oh. How good is this? Oh, crispy as well. Now I better let Samuel try chip, hey? Samuela, dinner's ready. Hey. Try a chip.
We meet again, I see.
We do meet again.
Oh, that actually looks unreal.
Feel that crisp. Ooh.
Another Nana Mads' cooking episode.
To finish off the night, we had a couple of beers and a wine by the fire, surrounded by the amazing views of the mountains, whilst blissfully unaware of the change in weather we were going to wake up to the next morning.
Behind the scenes of filming. Maddie gets out in the rain. Samuel gets to stay in the warm car. What a stitch up.
So day 2 here in the Grampians, we've sort of woken up to some miserable weather. It's really turning it on this morning. Bit of a late start. We woke up at around 7 a.m. and listening to the rain, so we were in bed till about 9 a.m. So we're just here at Mackenzie's Falls. We're making our way down at the moment.
Mackenzie Falls is about 510 metres down, and then along the way, about 110 metres is Broken Falls. So it's pretty views.
Yeah, so for the rest of the day, we don't know what we're going to do because there's so many closures. It's actually ridiculous. There's about 70% of all the tracks, and now getting here to Mackenzie's Falls. Check this out. It's also closed.
But seems as we might still be able to check out a view if it wasn't so foggy.
So this is obviously the lookout to Mackenzie's Falls. It's not too bad. I mean, there's a bit of fog and everything, which you probably don't see too often. There's some stairs down there that you can get down. But unfortunately,
it's closed.
It's closed, like the rest of everything else here in the Grampians we've come to figure out, which really sucks. So for the rest of the day, we're probably going to be heading up to the Pinnacles Lookout and then making our way up to the Mount Difficult track that sort of heads towards up the north end of the Grampians.
And then when we get to the north end of the Grampians, we'll stay at Troopers Campground, and hopefully the weather will clear up by 9 PM according to the box. Not keen on it with the clay. I can try a little bit more though.
So the weather's really turning it on this afternoon. It's just started bucketing down more. We've just come up the Mount Difficult road track.
So on the track there's two different viewpoints. You've got Wartook Lookout and Buandik Lookout, but the locals suggested that Buandik Lookout had the better views. And when the weather's so bad like this, I'd rather go and see what's the best instead of walking out in the rain.
Yeah, and I don't know how many views we're going to get out of this lookout, but we'll see what happens.
Bit foggy.
Hey, how's the view, Mads?
It's like I'm on cloud 9.
Holy, this would actually look amazing.
If you could see it.
If you could see it.
So at the moment up the Buandik Lookout, Samuel wants to walk and have a look at the other view because he believes we'll be able to see something. But
there will be views. I promise there will be views.
At the moment, I really don't know what he's on about because I still can't see anything. And my hands are freezing.
Okay, I was wrong.
We're going to probably give the Pinnacles a miss today and try it tomorrow. We're just going to try and ride out this weather because it's just muggy and miserable. We're going to head to the campsite and go from there and recreate a plan.
Yeah, so we're going to head to the north end of the Grampians and stay at a place called the Troopers Campground. Apparently there's some really spectacular views, and with the weather clearing this afternoon, this evening, we should be able to wake up tomorrow morning with something a bit better, and then we'll do the Pinnacles tomorrow on the way back to Halls Gap. So, yeah. This is what the Grampians is all about. I can't believe we stumbled across this spot while we're on our way to our campsite.
If you think you know where this is in the Grampians, drop below in the comments.
This is what it's all about. This is amazing.
Right, so I've just gotten Maddie to come over to the driver's side here because I wanted to see her reaction and how amazing this view is as to where we're staying at night. So let me just get back here so I can get your. Alrighty, turn up and look.
Holy dolly. Oh, that's huge.
How amazing is
God.
that? That is wicked.
Jeez.
Well, this is where we're going to be staying tonight.
This is not your usual campsite.
No, all the fog is just cleared up and all the cloud, and it's just absolutely amazing.
And
Check
no more
that out.
rain.
And no more rain. It's all cleared up and it's come good.
Beautiful.
So what started off to be an absolute rough start to the day
Has ended in such a beautiful evening. Here we are with this stunning view of this rock formation behind us.
Yeah, and the campsite here is just like amazing. We were not expecting this. We're actually on our way, as we said, to Troopers Campground, and we came across here, and we're like, there's no way.
Gotta change it up, but we'll be camping here tonight. Just us, stunning views. I'm actually very excited to.
And maybe if we're lucky, if the clouds go away, we could see the stars.
Ooh.
Cool. So let's get some dinner, and then we'll show you what we're doing tomorrow. So we left the amazing campsite views this morning at around 8 AM, and we thought we'd start off the day with the beautiful Pinnacles walk.
So it's about 5.5 k's return and takes about 2 to 3 hours for the walk. Apparently there's some amazing views there, quite narrow though, and a bit of a steep climb, but
yeah, there's
good
definitely
exercise.
Yeah, and there's definitely a lot of rocks and stuff you sort of have to literally climb up along the way. So even though it's only 5.5 k's, you know, round trip, it is a bit of a trek. So
Oh, we're keen.
yeah, hopefully there's some amazing views at the top.
Sounds cool.
Well, as suspected, the Grand Canyon is closed, but this would have been amazing to go down and look into. It's just our luck on this trip, isn't it, Mads?
Sure is. What a way to spend your morning. Super duper fresh. Lovely fresh air. But big hike. And bloody Samuel, I looked down for 1 minute and he's already all the way up there. Little monkey.
I've only just gotten into hikes. It's not too bad so far.
This is exactly what we're talking about. It's pretty much like this the whole entire way. Matt's at it with the wave.
You gonna do this waterfall here?
That's a stitch up.
I think so.
What do you want me to do?
Pop your head under.
Alright. Why do you make me do these things? It's already cold enough.
Fresh?
It's so nice, but I just realised I don't have a towel. You know what I come to realise on these things, Mads?
What?
You never ever are the one to do this. It's always you geeing me up to do it.
Not my fault you're the beta.
So we've just gotten about halfway along the walk and we found this spot called the Cool Chambers along the way. I know what Mads is doing in there, but amazing rock formations as you sort of walk through and up. What are you doing in there, Mads?
My precious.
You're what?
My precious.
Oh.
We can do it.
How wicked is this? Holy.
Are you stuck? Down on the cover. Squeeze through. How dope.
Will you go stand up there for a picture?
It's a no from me.
Why not?
Looks a bit unstable.
Okay, go on. You want to be right up there. Or on the top of the end of the rock there.
Do you want to go stand on the end? Why? Why? You're making me stand on the end. Why don't you go stand on the end?
Well, here we are right on top of the Pinnacles Lookout and the amazing views just as we expected.
So this ends the episode. Just remember to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more.
Yeah, we don't know where we're going next. I think we've got a bit of New Zealand, Northern Territory, and we might even do next episode our setup of the car, just as we were saying we're going to do. We just didn't get time this episode because of all the bad weather and all the other things that went right and went wrong. Cool.